China's entertainment world has been rocked by another shocking controversy. Two of the biggest names in China's entertainment industry, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, are now in the spotlight after they both dared to speak English at an international event. However, instead of receiving appreciation for their efforts, these two famous actors and singers have been met with scathing criticism and blasphemy from netizens who never seem to be satisfied with their achievements. Will this blind attack succeed in destroying the brilliant careers of these two talented young stars? Or is there a hidden agenda behind this wave of suspicious criticism? Let's take a deeper dive into the scandal that has rocked the internet and angered millions of fans around the world. And an unexpected twist: the two actors who once played together in the phenomenal drama, The Untamed, are back in the headlines of social media. But this time it's not because of their brilliant achievements. On the contrary, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are now facing a terrible storm of criticism after their English speech video went viral on various social media platforms. What's even more shocking is that these attacks are not coming from the usual haters, but from people who claim to care about the dignity of Chinese culture. A questionable pretext. The start of a horrendous controversy. It all started when Wang Yibo, a multi-talented performer known for her exceptional dancing, acting, and musical skills, gave a speech in English at a prestigious international event. The video quickly went viral on Weibo, China's largest social media platform, and within hours had been viewed millions of times. Not long after, a similar video featuring Xiao Zhan, the handsome actor who stole the world's attention through his role as Wei Wuxian, also began circulating. In the video, Xiao Zhan is seen confidently delivering his speech in English, although he doesn't sound as fluent as a native speaker. But instead of garnering support and appreciation for their courage in trying to communicate in an international language, these two videos triggered an uncontrollable wave of criticism. Thousands of negative comments started pouring in, with accusations ranging from shameful of Chinese culture to unfit to represent the country. What was most surprising was the intensity and coordination of these attacks. Within a short period of time, negative hashtags about the two actors began trending on various social media platforms, as if there was an organized movement to bring down their reputations. In-depth analysis. Why was this attack so vicious? To understand this phenomenon, we need to look deeper into the social and cultural context behind it. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are not random actors. Both are megastars with rabid fans around the world, proud international achievements, and enormous influence, especially among young people. Wang Yibo, who was born on August 5, 1997, has proven himself to be a versatile entertainer. Besides being known as a member of the boy band UNIQ, he is also a successful actor, professional dancer, and even a motorcycle racer. His achievements in acting reached a peak when he starred in The Untamed with Xiao Zhan, which became a global phenomenon and brought both actors' names to the international stage. On the other hand, Xiao Zhan, who was born on October 5, 1991, has an equally impressive career journey. Before entering the entertainment world, he worked as a designer. However, fate said otherwise when she decided to audition and eventually debuted as a member of the group X9. His success peaked through his roles in various popular dramas, with The Untamed being the turning point of his career that led him to become one of the most sought-after actors in the Chinese entertainment industry. Given their stellar track records, why is there suddenly such a massive wave of criticism just because they made a speech in English? The answer may be more complex than it seems on the surface. The tall poppy syndrome in the entertainment industry. Social psychologists are familiar with the term tall poppy syndrome, a phenomenon in which overly prominent or successful individuals become targets of attacks and attempts to be cut down to bring them back in line with others. This phenomenon seems to be being experienced by Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. Their international success, especially after The Untamed became a global hit and brought Chinese fandom to the world stage, may have made some feel uncomfortable. When these two young actors started to gain international recognition and even dared to use English in official forums, this could be interpreted as a threat to the existing status quo. What is even more suspicious is the timing of this attack. Why is it that when their careers are at their peak, there is suddenly a wave of well-organized criticism? Why not when they were still struggling at the beginning of their careers? These questions point to the possibility of an ulterior motive behind this seemingly spontaneous attack. Evidence of covert hatred. Suspicious patterns. If we analyze more carefully, there are several suspicious patterns in the wave of criticism against Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. First, the intensity of the attacks is disproportionate to their mistakes. Making a speech in English with rudimentary skills is natural and should even be appreciated as a learning endeavor. However, the reaction was as if they had committed a major crime. Second, there was suspicious coordination. In a matter of hours, thousands of social media accounts simultaneously attacked with almost identical narratives. This suggests the possibility of an organized campaign, not the spontaneous reaction of ordinary netizens. Third, the excessive focus on the negative aspects. Critics seem to ignore the fact that these two actors have worked hard to learn English and have the courage to try communicating in an international language. Instead of providing support and motivation, they focus on minor flaws. Fourth, the timing was coincidental. This attack came just when both of their careers were on the rise and they were offered many international projects. Is this really a coincidence? Or are there certain parties who feel threatened by their success? A surprising response from international fans. What's interesting is that the response from the international fan community is very different from the reaction of some Chinese netizens. Instead, fans from various countries gave their full support and appreciation for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's efforts to communicate in English. A fan from the United States wrote on Twitter, "I'm so proud of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan for having the courage to speak English in public. It shows their dedication to connect with international fans. Anyone criticizing them is just jealous of their success." Fans from Indonesia are also not left out in giving their support. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan have worked hard to learn English to communicate with international fans. We should support them, not criticize them. They are good role models for young people who want to learn a foreign language. Even fans from European countries spoke up. A fan from Germany commented, "The hate they're receiving is absolutely disgusting. Learning a new language is challenging, and they should be applauded for their efforts, not torn down by bitter people who probably can't even speak a second language themselves." This stark contrast between the responses of international fans and some domestic netizens further reinforces the notion that the attacks on Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are based on personal motives or agendas, rather than genuine concern about their English skills. Alarming psychological impact. The cyberbullying attacks experienced by Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan cannot be underestimated. Psychologists have long warned that cyberbullying can have a serious psychological impact, especially on public figures whose lives are always under the spotlight. Dr. Li Wei, a clinical psychologist who often handles celebrity cases, explains, "Mass attacks on social media can cause post-traumatic stress, anxiety disorder, and even depression, especially when the attacks are unprovoked and based on hatred with no clear motive. What's more worrying is the domino effect that can occur. When two well-known actors like Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are severely attacked just for daring to make a speech in English, it could create an unhealthy climate in the entertainment industry. Other artists may become afraid to try new things or take innovative steps in their careers.